Hi peeps, and welcome to another edition of Willy's Garage. Today I'm going to carve some letters out of MDF material. I'm going to try different approaches in feeds and speeds. Here you can see me measuring the heights is 82 millimeters. And the height of the whole project is 27 millimeters, approximately. So this is the letters I want to carve. I'm going to go over to the cam environment in Fusion360. And I'm going to edit my stock piece so it flushes with the letters. This is because I made the letters the thickness of my stock piece. First, I'm going to make a 2D contour toolpath. This is going to be my roughening pass. I will select all the contours I want. The first toolpath I will take the first word, Willy's. I disable the cooling and I go on to the feed rate. Cutting feed rate I want to have at 2500. And the lead in and the lead out also. This is because this is a roughening pass and I'm going to leave some stock around the letters for a finishing pass. I will make the tabs so the letters will stay in place while carving. I will make the tab width 5 millimeters and the tab height 2 millimeters. I also want a triangular tab. I changed my mind and put the tab height to 3 millimeters. I think this is going to be a good solution. And the tab distance is a good way to go because I want to make one roughening toolpath and one finishing toolpath. I can use the tab distance to get the tabs staying in the same place on both the tool passes. So I will put this at 26 millimeters. The heights are almost always right, so I will leave them. Here I will put it at right conventional milling. I'm going to leave some stock around the letters because this is a roughening pass. I'm going to leave 0.5 millimeters. And I'm going to take multiple depths, one depth 0.5 millimeters per depth. Remember, this is a fast toolpath, so I can't make it any deeper. The last one I will remove the lead in and the lead out. This is because I want the tool to have a continuous path around the letters. These are some old ones I'm going to delete. So here we have the roughening pass. It's an idea to remember the numbers you used in the tabs. I used 5, 3 and 26. Now let's go and make another 2D contour pass, which is going to be our finishing pass. I will select the same contour selections and go to the tabs and input the numbers I just remembered from the roughening pass. And remember to change to triangular here also. The heights is okay. And I want the finishing tool path to go in 1000 millimeters per minute, both in cutting feed rate, lead in and lead out. This is because I want a nice finish to the letters. Right, conventional milling. And I'm selecting the smoothing option just to get higher resolution in the turns of the letters, so it's a nicer finish. I will remove the lead in and lead out. And then we have our finishing pass. You can see it's only one pass all the way down. The tabs are in the same place. And if you look at the model from the top, we can see that the roughening pass is 0.5 millimeters offset on the outside of the letters, just so you get some material to cut in on the finishing pass. This way you will ensure that you get a nice finish, and here you can see the tabs are in the same place. Okay, so that's it for the tool pass. Now I just have to zero out my machine. When that's done, I open my Universal G-code sender, reset the 0 and get the G-code file I exported from Fusion. You can check that it's the right one by clicking the visualize and just checking if it's the right one. When that's done, you can press the send button and the G-code is off. here you have the letters after they have been carved. Let's take a look at the first carve. This was the 1500 millimeters per minute carve. I left 0.5 millimeters on the roughening pass, and the finishing pass went at 1000 millimeter per minute. The tool I used here was something different. It was a Flute 2.9 millimeter, but it was very dull and old. I noticed this, as you can see on the Y, because the MDF splintered up when I was carving. But believe it or not, after I did some finishing touches to the letters, they came out pretty good. Here you can see the tool I used. It has some heat damage and it was very dull. It's a Flute 2.9 millimeter tool. Now let's look at the next carve I did. It was the letters in the word garage. This car was made in a feed rate of 2500 millimeters per minute, and I also left 0.5 millimeters on the rough pass. I finally managed in this cut to change the tool to a new tool. I changed it to a 3.2 millimeter Flute new tool, as you can see here. In this cut I got the stock height wrong and the carve didn't go all the way through the material, but I fixed this after the cut was finished with my sander. I also tried this cut with the old tool. Here you can see the results. This is the old tool in a feed rate of 2500 millimeters per minute. And as you can see, it did not go as well as it should have been going. So this made me change the tool, which was a good thing anyway, because the new tool was superior to the old tool. Lesson learned. Let's toss that away, fix the letters and move on. Let's check out the last carve I did. This was the word Norway. This was made in a feed rate of 2500 millimeters per minute. I left a stock of 0.5 millimeters on the roughening pass, and the finishing pass went at 1000 millimeters per minute. I also in this cut got the stock height right, as you saw previously in this video. And of course I also used the new tool on this carve, and that was a good choice because that tool was, as I said, superior to the other one. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions about anything, just ask me below in the comments, or send me an email, or go to my Facebook or Instagram and ask me there. And also, if you want to support me, please check out the links below the video. And of course, I will have links there for all the materials I used in this video. That was it for this time. Until next time, goodbye.